Yes, a very good morning to you and welcome to this edition of the program. Good morning, Anambra. Well, it's time for us to look at some issues, that's bothering you and I, issues that we have to talk about, issues we have to provide solutions to, issues we also want you to contribute to this morning. Well, I'm not alone in the house.
Definitely.
I'm actually with the woman of the moment.
Well, I don't know about that, but I am Ifi Onachuku. But I have a question for you, Gunnar. Have you got your PVC?
I've done that.
You've done that.
I know you wanted.
See,
I know you wanted. To
this
say,
is very hazy.
I know you wanted to say like, why is it taking me so long to answer the question? I've always had my PVC. I've always had my PVC because I'm through Nigeria.
Okay.
And you and I know that what's going on in the country right now is not a good thing. So it's important that everybody owns and gets there.
Anyway, I wouldn't want to ask you now how you were able to get your PVC, knowing all the challenges that people go through before they get their PVC in Nigeria. And that's why today we want to talk about strategies for proper PVC registration. And we had a poser, and the poser is, must one have PVC before worshiping in the church or accessing public services?
It was trending. It's been trending.
It's been trending.
And a lot of people actually have these divergent views as regarding it. But what do you feel about it? Before we actually introduce our guest.
My opinion doesn't count now because we have some people here in the studios who are going to talk about that. And after introducing them, we'll go and get some videos of what actually, how people tried to use strategies to get their worshippers, get their customers, to get their PVCs. Okay. So right here in the studio we have the State Coordinator, Center for Development and Civic Education, SECODEC, and that's Mike Opia. So Mike, you're welcome.
Very much.
He's also a civil society activist.
Welcome, viewer.
All right, and we have a second guest on the house, the person of Ifeanyi
Ogunebunam.
Ogunebunam is a civil society activist. Ifeanyi, welcome to the show.
Great Nigerians, this is our time, this is our chance. We must get it right 2020.
Next thing I will hear is it's youth o'clock. All right, let's quickly go and get the video. It's very long, about 7 minutes, but we really need to relax and enjoy it and then learn from it. Join.
So, who amongst you here have your PVC? Who amongst, please raise up your PVC. Raise up your PVC. Come and get it. I want to be sure it's a PVC. It's not ATM card, and I want to be sure it's not expired. It's current. It's current. It's current. Who again have your PVC here? Please, if you have your PVC, once you come here, don't pay your consultation fee. And if you have paid your consultation fee already, if you have paid it already, take it back. Take it back. We must have our PVC. We must have our PVC. So your PVC henceforth will serve as your consultation fee. You enter for free consultation fee. Thank you very much.
Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ. As I told you last week, today, if you do not have your PVC with you, you will not attend Mass here today. It's as serious as that. When I said it, some of you took it for granted as if we are joking. And as you know, the federal government has given deadline that at the end of this month, the registration will stop. And we had already discussed this with the school management, that any student who does not have his or her PVC will automatically have carryover. Yes, and beginning from today, if you do not have your PVC, you cannot enter this chapel today and celebrate Mass with us. It's as serious as that. And for those of you coming from Jos Archdiocese, you must have known that it is said in Jos Archdiocese that if you do not have your PVC, you cannot receive communion. But here we know not everybody is a communicant. So what we'll do is, from today, if you are coming for mass, carry your PVC. If you don't have your PVC, don't bother coming. Because there is no point having Christians fill the church. But during election, we have only a handful of them go out to vote. So it means our number, our population means nothing. So we want Christians to take their responsibility and their role seriously. So today I am serious about it. As I'm standing here, if you have your PVC, begin to come in. But if you don't have your PVC, find your way back home. You will not attend mass here today. Is that clear? Yes. Those with your PVC, oh yeah, begin to come in. Oh yeah. Those who don't have their PVC, you begin to go back. I'm serious about it.
Going back.
Those who don't have PVC, oh yeah, go back home. If your number cannot add anything to Christianity, neither will your absence reduce anything. It's okay.
Here is my parish in my village, and right now you can't have access to the church without your PVC. That's my assistant parish priest, and he means business this morning.
So if you don't have your PVC here, you will not attend.
We mean business this morning. Mass was supposed to be by 6 o'clock, and this is 6:15, and we are still out. Nobody is allowed access to the church. We must come with church. You must show your PVC or evidence of registering for your PVC to access the church. This is St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Utugwa, and this is live and direct. Without your PVC, you are not going in. Without your PVC, you can't enter the church. Without your PVC, you can't enter the church. This is live and direct.
It will bring our children also. It will bring others into office and better this country and the church. You have to show me your PVC. Without your PVC, you will not enter the church. God bless all of you with your PVC. Those of you.
As clergy of the diocese, we want to show here that all of us have obtained our PVC, in readiness to vote in the forthcoming election. We also stand here to vow that we will make sure that every member of our diocese we get his or her PVC. And participate in the forthcoming election. As good citizens of Nigeria. In the name of God the Father. And of the Son. And of the Holy Spirit. And we say, Amen. As you have vowed today, make sure that all our members
Yes, welcome back to Good Morning, Anambra. Remember, we're talking about the strategies for getting our PVCs. You all watched it, you saw it. And then the question now is, let's get to Opia. Do you think it's morally right for one to tell you not to attend church service if you don't have your PVC?
In the first place, let us begin from the fundamentals. Getting your PVC, registering for your PVC, collecting that PVC, and going out to vote on election day is a civic responsibility, as well as your civic right. Now, if you don't do it, I used to tell my people, if you don't do any of these things, you are useless to the society. If you don't have anybody that does not have his PVC or PVC in this dispensation, is useless to the city, to the country. In fact, it's a useless citizen. But there are strategies of enforcing or encouraging civic rights and responsibilities. Number one is sensitization. Take it up to conscientization. Go to mobilization and get people convinced to do, educated and convinced to do what is the right to do. That is the strategies. Now, coming to various groups like the churches, they will devise certain strategies to get their people ready, to get the PVC. But there are things you do not do because performing my civic responsibility is not actionable. You can't take me to court that I don't have my PVC. You can't. You can't sue me because I did not vote. So it is at that level of my awareness to practicalize my right to be a responsible citizen that makes me a citizen of the country. Now, if you block the highway and said anybody who does not have PVC will not pass, I will sue you and I will win you in court because you don't have the right to do that. If you stop me from attending Mass, I'm a Catholic. Any priest that stopped me from attending Mass has committed double sin. I didn't attend Mass. In Catholic Church, if you don't attend Mass, it's a sin. You go for confession. Now, the priest that stopped me not to make me to sin will also go for confession. What a priest or a pastor should do in the church is what that medical doctor did.
What the medical doctor did?
Make people say he is the consultant.
Okay.
And he says, my contribution for you to get this is that if you get it, I will not charge you a consultation fee. Your PVC becomes your consultation fee. That is certification. That is conscientization. That is making you know that if you don't do your civic responsibility, you will stay to lose. But you cannot say, that medical doctor will not say, I will not attend to a sick person that do not have PVC.
So
if you do that, if he's sued, he will be convicted.
Because, you know, you said it's, having the PVC, getting your PVC is a civic responsibility.
Yes.
And once you break the rule, it becomes sin, is it not?
You've not broken any rule if you don't register.
I don't know what you think about this, Ifeanyi. Once you break the rule, you have you sinned? And is it morally justified that in the church you're not asked to come in and worship if you don't have your PVC?
You see, there are two issues here. The first issue is a moral issue. The second issue is a social or civic issue. On the moral ground, it is totally wrong for you not to have your PVCs and not to participate in what you ought to do. Even Christ himself paid tax. Give to Caesar what is unto Caesar, and to God what is unto God. What is your justification within yourself when the society is going wrong? It's your duty to select leaders. And if you fail in such responsibility, who do you blame? God in heaven? Give us this day our daily bread. Bring down your kingdom as it is on earth. How do you do that? It's by you participating. If you fail to participate, you're already hindering God from doing what he wants to do. Because God cannot come down from heaven to do that. He will do that through humans. So I am completely in support of the churches getting involved in enforcing this. Because most times, you see that there's no the synergy between the church, the society, and then the nation at large seems to be lacking. When there is a complete synergy, in fact, we have to even be clapping at the churches and the corporate organizations that are pushing for this PVC. Where is Ministry of Education? Their mobile adverts and whatever team, where are they? They are sleeping. Where is the enlightenment team in INEC? They are sleeping, giving reasons and excuses. The worst of it all is National Orientation Agency. That organization ought to be closed by now and every staff there transferred. I remember when there was Mansa. They go into communities with Ogene, town criers and everything, trying to get you, persuade you. Nobody has time, but time must be allocated to get what is done right. Look at our society today. Just check the number of persons who is registering now. It may outnumber those who have registered before now, which means these persons invariably have been contributing to the bad governance we have. And yet they are the first to shout, bad road, no school, no this, no that.
We have a caller. Hello, or we've lost that call. I just call back the number on the screen. You can use it to get into our studios, say your mind. We're talking about strategies. What strategies you think we should adopt? The ones we have already, how can we improve on them?
Okay. Well, still, there was something you were saying, Chief Mike, about suing, people who doesn't have their PVCs or, all of that. My question is, should they now make a law, since it's a civic responsibility, that every citizen of a country, a particular country, should have their PVC? And you also said that if I don't have my PVC, you shouldn't say you shouldn't attend to me if I'm sick. You shouldn't go block the highway and say I'm not going to use the road and all of that. Should there be a law that should be mandating every citizen that if you don't have your PVC, then you have committed a crime?
Okay, thank you very much. Before I go there, let me, my brother says it's a moral issue. There's no moral issue of not having your PVC. It is a social issue.
When people are dying?
People die out of the consequences. If you have bad government,
yes,
that is your failure of the system or your social responsibility, not moral. Let us get this in clearly situated. Okay. Now, the question you were asking, yesterday we were in a meeting with Asia MD, and we were talking about the mandatory nature of the Asia policy. We were saying the law says every citizen of Anambra State should have Asia policy. Okay, it's mandatory. That is the law. Okay. Now, that is stipulated by the law. Now, if the Nigerian government or INA comes with that proposal, we're going to look at it and said, if I do not have my PVC, I will not be entitled to any social benefit. Okay? That becomes a law. If it passes, it becomes a law. It may not be practicable. It's quite why we're looking at the hindrances of making the ASIA mandatory law practicable. Okay? Because the first thing is to take the horse to the river. The next thing is to make it, can you make it to drink? If I don't have 12,000 to go for the policy, I don't have it, I don't have it. The law is there and you cannot enforce it. That's one of the challenges we are having in ASIA. Yes. But in the PVC, now, in the PVC, it is free. Yeah. Free in the terms of Naira and Kobo. The time you waste in getting your PVC is even more than thousands of Naira. Because people will waste 2 weeks seeking for a PVC to register, you won't get it. That is not time, is time, not money.
Okay, we have a call.
So these are the issues.
All right. Hello. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yes, this is ABS. Who's on the line? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Port Harcourt. My name is Christopher.
Okay, Christopher. Talk to us.
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm totally in support of the church.
Okay, why?
Because we need to have our PVC. Because we used to complain. We have a bad leader. Now is the right time for us to get our PVC so that we bring in a good leader that will change the condition of this country for us. So I'm totally in support of the church.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Christopher for you.
Yeah.
Now, when you were talking, I noticed that you have been in the field and you have realized that there are things that we're doing wrong that have made people not to get their PVCs. What are these things, your findings?
Okay, thank you very much. But I want also to say that I am 101% in support of the church being involved. In fact, I am more than glad.
Yes, it's a part of the strategies.
It's part of the strategy.
Okay.
And the church is doing it. And because of that spiritual obligation, the respect we have for spiritual authorities, everybody has now been moved to do that. Okay? But there are strategies of doing it that will now go overboard. That is
I was in the church for weeks. And the clergyman every week will say, go and get your PVC. Go for months. Then the last time we were together, he told the congregation that he will soon start chasing people out who don't have PVCs, start chasing them out. Could it be that he was pushed beyond his limit to do that?
Yes. Chasing people out, verbalizing it, voicing it out is right. threaten the people, conscientize them to do it. But for you to stop them, I'm talking as a Catholic, okay, I don't know about other denominations. For you to stop a Catholic who comes to Mass, not to go into Mass because it doesn't have PVC, in itself is a sin.
Okay.
Now, the church, one of the strategies that is coming up now clearly is the involvement of the church, and it's working out well. Involvement of the mosque, it is coming out well. I support it, okay, perfectly. Now, the next thing, you are talking about the challenges of stopping people, the inability, the physical inability of INEC to brace up to the surge of people to register is number one. Now, also add into the politicization of having your PVC. Because some people are threatened already. So they manipulate every way to stop.
Do we have the experience in Anambra?
Everywhere in Anambra State, in Idemili North, people last 3 weeks, people fill the venue, but there was not any person, and they resort to playing 10-10 and waiting for the INEC people. And for the whole day, it happened in the Navy. It has been happening, okay? And at times people tend to read politics into it. Okay. Is it that the INEC is not ready for this?
Okay, sorry, up here. Hello. Good morning. Good morning, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Madabuchi. I'm calling from Imo.
Okay, Madabuchi.
Go ahead.
What I want to contribute on this issue of what the pastor is what I find is good. No, in this our country, people does not do the right thing. They will expect, there are so many people, when you don't call them to do things, they will not do it. They will expect it's nothing, and they will be the one to come out and start complaining. When the issue of business is getting unnecessary, the way for us to get people that have not gotten business to get it. Because one, if we look like this, our country will continue spoiling more and more. So
okay.
The issue, everyone should get it business, whether by Thursday, even or by July.
Oh.
What's
his name again?
Something about it, because if we don't do it now,
okay.
Madabuchi, my brother, you are very correct.
Thanks for your contribution, Madabuchi.
You see,
did you get that?
Taking up from where Madabuchi
by fire, by force.
The truth is, it's a moral issue. If the church, what is morality is what is right before God and what is right before the people. You say, if anybody say he loves me and does not love my brother, it's talking nonsense. It's just an empty barrel. Now, what is right before God is that you do your civic responsibility. So it's a moral issue. And what is also right, even the preachers of the gospel, what justification do they have to tell the government and to tell the people that this government is failing when they fail to participate in the process that brought up the government? So it's a moral issue.
Do you think the church is realizing this now?
The church is realizing it, because you cannot just be telling somebody you are wrong when you fail to participate in the process that will bring somebody who is right. So it's a serious moral issue. And the church is getting to understand that, look, Father, send us heaven on earth can only happen through a process which you are involved in. Otherwise, you have no justification to criticize the system. If the Christians, the Muslims, the Hindus, and all religious bodies fail to participate in a process, please, they should keep their mouths sealed. Right, the way they seal their mouths before the process. So it's a serious moral issue. Then above all, there are a lot of hindrances. Is INEC not prepared? If they are not, they should ask for solicitation. They should widen the scope so that people can even do these things themselves. Why tie it up there when you don't have the capacity?
People can do it themselves. How?
Yes.
How?
Now, you can do your transfer, but you cannot register yourself. I mean, what are we talking about? If I can't transfer myself, why can't I register myself? If I register myself, pick my pictures and all what's not, at your end there, you can now verify. Are you getting me? Match with what you have and allow these things to fly. The worst you can do is to ask me to put my BVN. Why are they punishing people? Why are they wasting our time? The same way they waste our days on election day. You shut down the entire economy. You shut everybody down. No activity, nothing, because you want to select a leader. My brother, we should learn to be smart and think ahead. Time waits for no man. If I can transfer myself from point 1 to point 2, why can't I register myself? The worst you can do is just to put your BVN, because the BVN will tie you and bring out your identity. Why waste people's time? Go to Oyi the other day. Just go and see the number of persons there. The machine is how many? 3 for one local government. Or 5 towns. Just tell me how it's going to work.
We're talking about hindrances.
There are a lot of hindrances. INEC is the first hindrance.
Talking about hindrances and BVN, we also know that not every citizen has a BVN.
That's even another bigger problem.
I wanted to ask the question up here. Now you talked about still on the strategies. Let's look at. You said it's wrong that the priest or the bishop stops someone from worshiping. It's a sin.
Attending a mass.
A mass, yes, a mass. So I was going to ask you, if you want to achieve a particular aim, you know, and you're looking at a strategy, or there's a normal strategy you go with, and you feel this strategy wouldn't work, but this would work. Looking at the Nigerian citizen, you and I know that Nigerians have this mentality of, go and do this. Why should I go and do it? Can't come to him and my free simple. And maybe the priest has looked at it, and the bishop, the pastors have looked at it and said, if we keep telling the citizens, the church member, go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC, go and get your PVC, these people would not listen. And they actually have resorted to, if you don't get your PVC, you would not worship in the mass. How is that really wrong?
Okay, thank you very much. Now, answer this question from 2 perspectives. Number 1 is that you cannot correct a wrong with another wrong. That's the psychological and philosophical right.
Considering where we're coming from.
No. Where you are coming from, you're a human being. You are guided by the law and moral principle. Let me borrow my brother's moral perspective. Okay. Now, the issue is you should. Remember, this word is you should have your PVC as a citizen of Nigeria. You should contribute to this, to the selecting your leaders. This word is should. It should.
Not
it
you
should.
must.
Now, if you fail to do that, there are many ways of churches, Catholics punishing their members, but not stopping them from going to mass. For example, if you are a mother in those days and your daughter is involved in premarital pregnancy, they say you sit at the back because you have failed in your motherly responsibility. They won't say don't go to mass. Sit at the back.
Has it solved the problem?
It has solved the problem to the extent of we are human. There's no perfection. I'm a social scientist. There's no perfection in the social system. And if you want to introduce perfection, that's why we enter into another realm of wrong.
I agree with you. But
okay.
Sitting at the back, I know we're going to go for the straight interview.
Yes, we just need to do it fast.
Because
you are isolated from where you want to.
I still listen to the pastor. I still enjoy the air condition. You just told me to sit at the back. I'm fine.
Do you know that?
We have a caller, please. We have a call. Hello. Reduce the volume on your TV set. Good morning. Who's on the line?
I'm calling from Boeing State. I am Chukwemeka.
Okay, Chukwemeka, talk to us.
Yeah, this PVC issue of the day, mostly in a Boeing State here, it's even the worst because some people register their own since earlier January until now. They have not given us the PVC even till now. So I don't know how somebody can, the law of mandating to stop going to a church for a service can be given like that. So in a state here, even till now, the PVC has not been issued to us. If you go there, they will tell you, come to so day, and at the end of the day, they will not give you. So okay. I don't know how it will be.
Okay, so you think that, you know, making people not to go to church because of PVC shouldn't actually be a case? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
The INEC are the major problem.
You want to get your PVC, but INEC is not ready to give it to you.
Yeah, they are not working up to the standard. They are not doing it.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Emeka, for calling. Take care.
Thank you so much, Emeka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't have your PVC since February till now, you won't go to mass.
That's what he's saying.
It is not your fault.
Okay.
It's
not your fault.
You don't have your PVC, you won't go to mass.
Okay.
That's what implication.
All right, but in one of these, the videos we projected, I think 2 weeks later, all the church members came with PVC. So I'm wondering at what magic they used. Was it a miracle or what?
You see, first...
But don't worry, we want to go to the street and then, get people's opinions on this. We'll be right back.
And now that, that information is power. And as this is Nigeria now, everything is almost changing for better. So some people are like my house. I really think that everyone must have voter's card. So that this 2023 we must vote to the best candidate of our choice. So if any church does that, or any individual people, I think they're okay. So that things will change for better for us.
I don't think it's necessary to mandate people to have PVC before going to the temple of God to worship. PVC belongs to government, and the church belongs to God. So, but PVC is very important. That is our civic duty. It is very necessary, it is very important, it is vital that we have our PVC, because PVC will enable us to vote candidates of their choice. But we shouldn't mandate people to have their PVC before going to the temple to worship God. I don't think it's right.
The church, they don't have that right to stop anybody from coming to church because of PVC. But it is very, very, very right for every citizen of this country to get your PVC and vote for who you want. Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, let me not go there, but let us get our PVC and vote. Once you are up to 18 years, make sure you get it now that they are giving it to the INEC, and make sure you vote that very day.
I don't think people should have PVC for the worship, but I think it's right for people to have PVC. Because just like you wake up in the morning, you exercise, you understand? That's physical exercise, you understand? You have to keep fit, okay? Then you go to church, you pray, that's spiritual exercise. Then there's something we call political exercise. And I think everybody should participate in politics, you understand? So that's part of life. Politics is part of life, okay? So I think it's necessary, it is necessary that everybody should participate by getting your PVC and coming out to vote.
The Reverend Father is right, because as an Igbo man, we are P2B is out now for president. So we are composing ourselves, we Igbos, let our own person enter there. So the Reverend Father is right. And it's not only him, other pastors are doing it. And you must go and get it. Even at Lagos, Alaba, and I go there, the main market, Badagry Road. If you don't have PVC, you are not entering the market. They close the gates. So it's very nice. Other people should emulate from the Reverend Fathers. So they will know the importance of this PVC. What I want to be in that Abuja, I think P2B is there now.
You've heard it. What is meat for me might be poison for you. That's it. Mm-hmm. We have, it's controversial. The issue is controversial. But I think our responsibility now is to find out strategies. How can we get it right? What can we use to get all our people registered? Is it really possible, even possible for everybody to get registered?
Well, in as much as I agree that it's not possible to get everybody registered, I agree it's possible to get majority registered. Pareto optimality says a change is desirable if you make majority better off without making others worse off. What are the strategies? First, INEC by itself should review itself. First and foremost, the number of machines they have is quite too small. ICT, everybody drives ICT. You don't narrow the space. Part of the problem we have is that the space is too narrow for the volume that is coming in. Even at their site end, you discover that when you want to do transfer, sometimes it's very difficult to go through. So they should should get a backup.
INEC doesn't have the financial backup to do this.
Well, I am not to defend for them. If they know they have any challenge, you should come up and say it. If you don't say it, silent is consent. Then number two, INEC should engage. They are not engaging. Engage the civil society. Engage the communities. I am yet to hear that INEC has called PGs, like in the southeast, to discuss with them what are the possible strategies.
You
are telling me that you have security.
At the, time of election.
Yeah, you are telling me you have security challenge. What you need to do is
to
engage me. Can you give me security? I come to your place for 1 week. If I can guarantee your security, you move down to my place and get these people captured. Imagine Oida has 5 towns. You want somebody who comes from Ndagonota to travel all the way to Nteje. He will tell you, I am spending my money, I am spending my time, and I'm not even sure that I'll get it done.
Okay.
Good readers to bad rubbish.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. So please, as much as possible, when you do call us, please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can enjoy the discussion.
Talking about these strategies, there are things these celebrities are doing. Okay, it's now a vote rally. Okay, the youths are there, they are entertaining them, they are telling them they need to get registered. Some of them have their own laptops for transfers and changing of these things, and they are doing it. Now, another thing I will ask INEC to do is to open up this registration. Tie everything to BVN, because they are afraid of people staying in Germany and registering. But anybody who is in Germany who has PVC should register, because you may come back on that day to vote. Yes. So let them open that portal. It's very, very important. And let them be serious. Now, I want to say it because if this movement, anybody that want to stand before or against this movement will crash, no matter the institution.
So it's now a movement, right?
Yes, it's a movement.
Okay, hello.
Everybody is involved.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, your name and your location.
My name is Ed. I'm calling from Benwood.
From where?
Benwood Beach.
All right, talk to us, Henry. What's your opinion?
I'm supporting this man with blue. It's totally right. In a situation like this, everything is not by force. You cannot by force somebody to have PVC. It's good to have PVC, but not to
Okay, I think we're having a technical issue there. But you have a follower now.
You cannot by force somebody to that word.
Not by force.
Not by force. It is through conscientization, through mobilization, through conviction that this is my responsibility as a citizen of Nigeria to do this. Convince me that it is, if I don't have that conviction.
And that's true sensitization.
True sensitization.
And you've talked about civil society involvement.
Yes.
And then INEC trying to
INEC, in fact, there are a lot of things INEC need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, if the celebrities can engage, why is INEC not engaging?
Okay.
We have markets in various communities. Just bring out a day. To catch a monkey, sometimes you need to behave like the monkey. Come to the market. If anybody can guarantee you security, please move down to the person's place